Okay. Shalom, shalom. All right, first off and foremost, call Haloyim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Wakar Kadash. All right, double honors to the other apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. And as you can see in the title, live or die unto Yahawashi. So basically, no matter what you do in this life, make sure you're doing it until Yahawashi, man. Make sure you're doing the work of Yahawashi, man, at all times, to the best of your abilities, man. You got to be in the spirit. All right, and I'm just kick it off. Romans 14:8. For whether we live unto the Lord. And whether we die unto the Lord. Whether we live thereof or die, we are the Lord's, man. So that's what it is. No matter what you go through on your daily life, your daily basis, all right? We do everything until Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, man. All right? Like in Deuteronomy when it says we use the scriptures, this wisdom is the frontlets of our eyes. All right, all things we do, we scopate and put it through these scriptures. It's our filtering system. All right, so whether we live, we do things until Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi to please Him. If we die, hey, Yahweh Ratazah, we die in the truth because it's all towards Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, man. Okay. This is Philippians 1:20. According to my earnest expectation and my hope that in nothing I shall be ashamed. All right? That's why we testify our Savior openly. We ain't ashamed of Yahawashi. We're not ashamed of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, man. All right? But that with all boldness, as always, so now also my Mashiach shall be magnified in my body. And how was that? All right, how's Yahawashi magnified in your body? You got to do the work. All right, Yahawashi did his father's business. Now we're doing the business of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. That's why it's magnified in our bodies, man. Whether it be sufferings, like Paul speaks about, the sufferings of Hamashiach being in his flesh, all right? Or whether it's us doing this truth, all right? We do all things towards Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, man. Whether it's life, whether it's death. All right? You don't want to be caught out here in your folliness, man. Okay?
This is
Go ahead.
Yeah,
no, there's more to that, but go ahead. The spirit's like going up. Go ahead. All right. It says, always, so now also Mashiach shall be magnified in my body, whether it be by life or by death. So at the end game, we're going to know that this man did the work of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, whether it was in life or death, man. He has that example. He's been doing the works to show that example, man. All right? Just like when Paul said, I endure all things for the elect's sake. All right? That's unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, because guess what? The elect makes up the body of Yahawashi, man. Okay? It says, for to me, to live is Mashiach, and to die is gain. Why is that? Because he will be Hamashiach. But guess what? Paul said it was more important for him to be on this earth to do the work to build up the elect, man. So whether you live, you do things unto the elect, as in teaching them, feeding them, man. Okay? And hey, if we go out in this body, guess what? We want to go out doing the work.
Hey, like the Apostle Paul said, I have ran the race. I finished the course.
Come.
You know? And that's what our mind has to be on, man. Look, you don't know if you're going to fuck. Hey, look, although we're in the truth, that don't mean we're going to be alive, all right, to see Yahawashi, man. All right? This is Revelation 14 and 13. I heard a voice of heaven saying unto me, right, blessed are the dead which died in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. All right, and some men, like according to Isaiah, I believe it's 55, you know, some men are going to be taken away to escape the shit to come, man. The Lord knows he has his reasons. And maybe the Lord wants that brother there for angel work. Maybe the Lord just know hey, that brother couldn't handle certain situation that was to come, so he took him away. Like it says in Wisdom of Solomon, so you don't be corrupted. All right.
The Lord didn't give you too much you can't handle. So
that's right.
You know?
And maybe the Lord just want that brother to be at rest. to not have to deal with that shit. Because the Lord has his reasons. Point is, blessed are they who die in the Lord, man. So you want to be one in that. If you're going to go out, man, you want to make sure you go out on the Lord's good side, man. Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter says, if a righteous man falls away from his righteousness and he died, none of that righteousness is going to be remembered. So you don't want to go out and then meanwhile you've been fucking around. You don't want the Lord to take you out in his anger.
In his wrath,
yeah. You don't want to go out in the Lord's wrath. Hebrews 10:31. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of living power, man. Because the Lord can comfort you in your death. He can punish you in your death, man. Hey, like Stephen, he was stoned to death, but he was comforted, man. Mm-hmm. He looked up
in the midst.
While he was going out, he saw the Heavenly Father tell Yahawashi sitting at the right of him, I should say, man. He was comforted in his death. So you want to be doing this work, man. You want to be living until Yahawashi. So if you die until Yahawashi, man. Whether you live or die, you want to be of them that's been doing this work. All right? You got to take advantage of what they called into. What? That's Sirach 5. It says, let me just get it. This is Sirach chapter 5. And I'm starting to follow not thy own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart, and say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering; he will no wise let thee go. Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin. So concerning, propitiation, the forgiveness of sins, you don't want to add sin to sin. You want to be in a position of covering your sins. And it says charity covers a multitude of sins, doing this work. He that converted the sinner covers a multitude of sins. You want to be laboring, man. Because if your numbers pull tonight, you want to be like, look, you wanted to be the Lord to say, well, he was doing this, he was doing that. He was on point of even up until the moment I took him away.
What have you done for the kingdom? What have you done for the kingdom? Like, if the Lord came and called you, like the brother was saying, if the Lord came and called your number right now, can you look back on your works or your labors like, okay, yeah, I did everything the Lord told me to do to the best of my ability, and I fully trust him in that. You got to think like that, man.
You're going to be taken out any fucking moment. And we all know it's newborns coming back every day. And they're coming back for judgment, man, a lot of them. The Lord said the elect going to be the ones that die. And the Lord, man, in this day and age, man, they're going to be first. Right, they're going to be the first ones redeemed. They're not coming back as babies, man. So you don't want to go out in the Lord's anger because you was wicked and to have walked this path and to not have accomplished it, to come back as a newborn just to get judged, man. To hell with that. So we live to Yahawashi. We die to Yahawashi, man. Meaning our job is to do this work. If we got no matter how we go out, whether we go out for the work, all right, or we just go out because death happens. That's the commandment placed upon all men. Either way, you want to make sure you're doing this work. So if you do go out, you get those mercies. Whether we live or die, we want the mercies, man. And the Lord is finna bring great judgment, man. And when Yahawashi went to the grave the first time, he passed, guess what? The dead rose again. So don't think the Lord ain't bringing a bunch of wicked niggas back to get judgment. So if we go out, we Lord willing, man, we want to go out in the spirit, man. We want to go out unto Yahawashi.
God.
Concerning propitiation, be not without fear, add sin to sin, and you want to be in the light of covering your sins. And say not his mercy is great. He'll be pacified for the multitude of my sins. For wrath, it's like for mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation rests upon sinners.
So, you would rather want to work and labor to get the mercy than not to work and labor and get that wrath or be caught out in your folliness, man.
Right. Hey, the Lord will catch you when least expect it. And especially to you niggas, man, that came around and you want to fall back in the world, but act like you still believe, still on Instagram or whatever your social media, posting scriptures and shit. And look, man, if the Lord called your number, you fucked, man. Because you're not doing the work. It says to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, unto him it is sin. Let me keep going, man. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. Don't keep pushing the work to the side. You got to do it while it's today, man. While it is yet today. Because you never know when you call. When you got the opportunity to do good, you got to do it. I got that precept on deck. If I'm not mistaken, for suddenly, here's the point. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. You don't want to be called on when the Lord is bringing vengeance, man.
Okay. So, you got some more?
No, I got one. Galatians 6.
You grab the Galatians. I'm gonna finish this Philippians.
Oh,
it's Philippians 1 and 22. It says, but if I live in the flesh, this is the fruit of my labor. Yet what I shall choose, I want not, for I am in a strait betwixt two, having desired to depart and to be with Mashiach, which is far better. Nevertheless, to abide in the flesh is more needful for you. So if we are in this flesh, Lord didn't take us yet. Guess what? It's needful for us to feed the flock.
That's right.
It's needful for us to do the work. It's needful for us to be out here building up the tabernacles of David, man. All right? And guess what? Before the Lord calls your number, guess what you want to do? Let me labor. Hey, while it's opportunity to do good, let me do this good, man. Let me do this work. Because like the brothers say, hey, you don't know when the Lord's going to punch your ticket, man. All right?
And there's been many righteous men that has passed, man. Whether it's the scriptures or in this lifetime. We have the examples.
Come.
You know?
And all the men that passed, guess what? They followed the example. They was doing the work.
You don't go out. That's how you want to go. I said his labor remains.
Yep.
We don't want to be that Ezekiel 3 example that the Lord said, if a righteous man turn away from his righteousness, he ain't going to remember that righteousness.
Huh.
That's madness. To hell with that. Hey, look, this is Galatians 6. What's more of that?
No, that was it to that.
This is Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. He that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. And let us not be weary in well doing. So there you go. Mm-hmm. You got to live in the Spirit. You know? And that don't mean just be like the monks and take it to the extreme. The Lord is about balance. The point is, your mind is on his work. Your mind is on increasing the wisdom, increasing the flock. Like Yahawashi asked Peter, you love me, feed my sheep. Your mind is set on feeding no sheep, man. Mm-hmm. Your works can remain. Breaking the bread, doing the videos, gathering together, especially if saying this is the end time. Consider this is the end, man. Like Peter said, what manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conversation? Knowing that this place is going to be dissolved and burned up, how should you be? How should you be? You should be in the Spirit as much as possible. Hey, as we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are of the household of faith. Ye see how large a letter I have written unto you with my own hand. So this was important to Paul. He wrote this one out himself. He didn't have a scribe write it or nothing like that. He wrote it himself. He didn't say his words. He had, one of the younger brothers write it for him or a scribe or nothing. He did it himself. Like, this is important. This is handwritten by me. At any moment you're taking out. So we got the opportunity to do good. We got to do it, man. We got to be living this work. It says, we know the Lord. He measure judgments and weight. Let me find that precept. Let me find it.
I'll just read this thing. This is Acts 21 and 13. Then Paul answered, what mean you to weep and to break my heart? For I'm ready not to only be bound, only, but to die at Jerusalem for the name of Hamashiach, Yahawashi. So whether we live, whether we know death coming, we're going to do the work, man. At the end of the day, man. Like Paul said, not only am I ready to be locked up for this truth, I'm ready to die. I'll die unto Yahawashi, Yahawashi, man. All right? And if I'm alive, I'm going to do this work unto Yahawashi, Yahawashi. If I'm bound, I'm going to do this work unto Yahawashi, Yahawashi, man. Paul was locked up a couple of times. Guess what he did? He still preached the truth. Writing letters in prison, sending them to the churches. All right? Still doing the work of Yahawashi for who? The flock. Because what? He loved Yahawashi. And that's what it boils down to, man. If you truly love Yahawashi, you're gonna be doing the work, man. All right? Yeah, we don't fear the sentence of death. But if we are to die, guess what? Let me die in the right state. Let me die in the state of doing the work, believing in the truth, doing the things that you have commanded me to do. Go ahead.
This is second ad. This is another one I was thinking about. It's a precept to this, but this one in the spirit I remember. So the second ad is 3 and 34. Weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance, and there is also that dwell in the world, and so shall thy name nowhere be found but in Israel. So we want when the Lord, weigh our wickedness out. We want that our righteousness outweighs our wickedness, man. So if our time was to come, right now, the Lord would comfort us in that death, man, as opposed to punishing us in that death, man. Because at any moment you can be taken out, man. All right, any moment. Right. We witnessed it. Hey, we were talking about earlier. We witnessed Elder Nate, who was one of the older brothers, right? And the elder, he passed from age and such. But then also, younger brothers, man, had came and this thing was taken out, man. That's all the pleasure of the Lord. It says it's called the death of pleasure, Lord. It's the commandment that He set up. All right, but it still tells us to consider the end. So considering that death is looking us in the face every day. All right. Not only is the end coming, that second death is around the corner. Just death, period, is looking at us in the face every day. What manner of persons are we to be? We should be fearing the Lord, so we can be comforted if that time comes. All right. And so hopefully He can, for one, have mercy upon us. Just period. He can comfort us if that time comes. And so when it's time to be weighing the balance, hey, we're not found wanting, man. We're not found lacking. Right. And that's what it boils down to. It says the faith. It's like it says the Lord is going to judge every man according to his works, man. So you got to have your faith and your works. So when that judgment comes, hey, Lord willing, we're found to be faithful servants. So if we live, we got to be living for Yahawashi. And if we die, we got to be dying for Yahawashi, man. Doing this work, considering this, man, increasing in the wisdom. Fearing Yahawashi, loving the sheep, man. Yep. Feeding the sheep.
That's the thing. Like you said, we stare death in the eye every day, right? How do you supposed to treat your brother, knowing that today may be your last or may be his last, man? You got to make sure you're being that perfect example for the next brother. Am I treating my brother right? All right? Am I doing the things that I'm supposed to do as a elder brother watching over the sheep? All right? Because, hey, just in life in general, especially if somebody you love, that's the last thing you want to do is a person pass away and the last thing y'all did was argue or have some damn words. No, man.
Right. You don't want to be like, damn, I didn't do this with that brother. I didn't teach him that. You have seen some mistake with him. You let it go that he did. Now you got to think, oh, shit. Did he die because of the wickedness I seen? I didn't let him know about it. Then now you fucked up thinking it's your fault because you seen him and you didn't reprove him. Now you think it's that blood on my hands. I should have corrected him. All right. I didn't get this breakdown to him where I feel this brother had the question. I didn't do this. Death is always done, man. Do good while you got the opportunity, man. So that goes two ways. You want to make sure you edifying, so you're not wasting your time here, and also you want to make sure you you been your brother's keeper, man, so they don't fall away. It goes both ways. You got the opportunity to do good, you do it, man, so they don't fall away, and so you don't fall away.
Yep. Right. You don't want to suffer sin on your brother.
Right.
All right. I'm going to read the Sirach for you. I'm going to start at 11. You want me to go all the way up to, I know you had a couple of extras.
Just do the start at 11.
Okay. The Sirach 14 and 11. My son, according to thy ability, do good to thyself and give Yahweh his due offering. And now that will be what? This actual work. You got to give the Lord his due offering, man. All right? And doing good to yourself, not only do you treat yourself, doing good to yourself is actually eating his word. studying, getting deeper into the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Because guess what? All these things are good unto you. All right? It says, verse 12, remember, Shalakia. Okay, I thought the sneeze was going to come. Remember that death will not be long in coming. So like the brother said, hey, we stare death in the eyes every day, man. All right?
Especially in this place, man. Niggas out here wicked as hell. These people are stupid, man.
A nigga will shoot you for shit, cutting them off in the lane.
Nigga shoot you because he think you somebody else.
Well, yeah.
A nigga can shoot you just because he random shootings. They do it. They get high. They don't want to get that bloodthirst, man. They just want to go kill somebody, murder somebody, man.
Yep.
People are filled with demons, man. Esau infrastructure is all fucked up. Sinkholes is happening, man. All type of weird shit. These people can't fucking drive. They run the fucking lights.
Yeah,
going full speed. Like, damn, you know those other cars on the road? They don't be focused, man. They be looking for their damn
putting makeup
They be putting
on,
damn whole recipes together. They drive, they putting recipes together on the phone and shit.
Oh shit.
Fuck else, what else? What the goddamn?
It says, remember that.
And then these cars, man, just to speak on these cars, man. Damn death traps. Ancient world, we had horses and chariots, man. A horse has a spirit. Hey, the Lord mentions that in Isaiah 30. They trust in chariots, man. They say they ain't got no spirit. These damn cars ain't got no spirit, man. A horse knows when to stop. So if you slack and there's something coming, the horse himself, he knows to stop because he got a spirit in
jump
him.
over it.
Right. A car ain't got no extra systems or nothing, man. It's just fucked up out here, man. In fact, let me Bible truck. Can I grab this?
Go ahead.
This is Sirach. Oh fuck! Let me click the wrong thing. All right, this Sirach 9:13. Keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill, so shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. All right, so hey, look, as we live our life here, don't doubt the fear of death, man. And the Lord can take you out in gruesome ways. The Lord can take you out at any time. All right, and you should have not necessarily fearing death itself, but you can fear being taken out because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, because you're not walking in wisdom, you know, because you're not ultimately doing His work. All right, fear the fact that the Lord can judge you and punish you in your death.
Yeah,
death is gonna happen. You know, that's just what it is. That's the Lord's commandment. You know, you don't have to fear the actual death, but you gotta fear how you can be taken out, man. You don't want to go out in the Lord's wrath. Mm-hmm. So while we living, we gotta do what's good, man. So if we die, whether we live or die, it's to Yahawashi, man. And if thou coming to Him, make no fault, lest He take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city. It's traps all out here. It's madness all out here, man. These people are wicked as all hell. People setting each other up. Motherfuckers filled with demons out here.
Oh shit. It's like the brothers when we had the meeting a couple of weeks ago. Niggas thought he was in the game. Anything could have went wrong, man. Niggas
right. Came up with a gun on the brothers. What y'all on over here? Like what the fuck?
But that's the danger we face, man. So hey,
like nigga, look right after that. What happened online that Saturday? Look, maybe the same week or the next 2 weeks, whatever. Nigga came out there with a gun trying to shoot us, man. Now to the spirit, whatever we're doing, work. You know, it is what it is. But the point is, hey, you're gonna live for Yahawashi, die for Yahawashi, doing the work, making sure you're doing what's required, man. Who wants to go out in the Lord's wrath? I know I don't.
Damn sure don't.
That's called the fear of the Lord. Hebrews 10:31, man. The Lord can fuck you up. Or the Lord can comfort you, man. Hey, one more. Go ahead. Because the Lord can comfort you or fuck you up, even in death. We already gave the account, the mention of Stephen. So this is Sirach 11. And I'm gonna start 20. 26. For it is an easy thing unto the Lord in the day of death to reward a man according to his ways. All right. So in the day of death, the Lord still can reward you according to your ways, man. So when that time comes, hey, we want to be found not lacking, man. When that Lord weighs our works and balances everything out, all right, like Job said, balance me and my integrity, man. We're hoping that we've done the works to stack up to count us to be able to get the comfort from the Lord, to get the mercies from Yahawashi. And that starts by doing good, man, you know. Considering the flock, man. Fearing the Lord, showing that love towards the Lord and them that have begotten him. Showing this is your care, your desire. Like Yahawashi said, this is my meat to do the will of my heavenly Father. Paul said it, I do all things for the elect's sake. This is our duty, man. This is the mindset we got to take.
And knowing the dangers, how much more serious should you be about it than watching your conduct, man? This is Sirach 14.
That you said it like that.
Go ahead.
One more. This is,
the spirit is like the wind. Go ahead.
I probably read it, but it's Sirach 7:36. Whatsoever thou takest in hand, remember the end, and thou shalt never do amiss. So whatever you doing in your life, it said whatever you do, whatever you fucking doing, remember the end. You know? So even if you in your folly, like it says, if you be amongst wicked men, the indiscreet, if it says you be among the indiscreet, consider time. So if you're in your folly, consider how much you put into it. You know, so yeah, because you know what it's gonna do? That's gonna make you not go amiss. Because you're fearing the Lord, you're thinking about the end is coming. So you're like, well, let me make sure I do the spiritual stuff too. Let me make sure I'm living more in the spirit than pleasing the flesh. Because whatever you're doing, consider the end, man. And you will never do amiss. You won't go off. You'll be on point.
Because that fear is on you.
The Lord it is gonna balance you out.
Yeah.
Even when you in the spirit, you gotta consider you don't want to eat too much honey. All right, now it's time for me to do some folly. So I don't be just too fucking bugged out and you throwing up the doctrine now, man.
Shit. Now you really gonna get fucked.
Right. You really got to consider the balance of all this, man.
Yep. Damn.
But the point is, whether you live or die, it's to Yahawashi, man.
So be considerate. This is Sirach 14 and start at 12. Remember that death will not be long in coming, and that the covenant of the grave is not shown unto thee. So you don't know when you're gonna die, man. All right, and that secret ain't. Hey, we don't know that, man. All right. It says, "Do good." Now, since we don't know the covenant of the grave, what does it say? Do good unto thy friend before thy die. Like the brother said, it's two ways. Whether we actually, hey, let me help a brother out with some money, some this, some that. How much more spiritual? How much more spiritual, man? Do good unto thy friend, man.
Do your part. It says the body edified itself.
Yep.
So we got to do our part edifying the body while we got the time to do so. Who knows if that brother or ourselves will go out and before you got the chance to do it again.
It says, and let not the part of a good desire overpass thee. So like you said, do you know if you're going to get the opportunity again? No, not at all, man. Verse 15, shalt thou not leave thy travails to another, and thy labors be divided by a lot? So when you die, all your shit, you can't take that shit with you. It goes elsewhere, right?
But your travails, your labors you got to put in. You can't leave it to another, man. Shalom, man.
Go ahead.
This is Matthew 24, verse 9.
What's going on?
Then
you calling for the live stream? You just calling the call.
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill
Shalom,
you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. All right, so we doing we're going out for the Lord. All right, so when you be killed, all right, you're gonna be rose up first. I don't know the exact precept.
Thessalonians, I'm not sleeping the Lord. Maybe Thessalonians, but it's
First Thessalonians, like the 4th chapter. I believe so. It's the 4th chapter.
Yeah, they, like you were saying, they're going to rise up first. The whole point, hey, like I said, we may be delivered up to Satan, be killed. We know these things that, hey, we may die. Why not do the work so we know we're covered in that day? So what? You know Esau's going to come. Hey, shit, I'm going to be doing the work when that nigga come. Right. Blessed is the man. The Lord see doing the work when he come back, man.
And also, you can't put it off to just, and you may die in those days. Because like you said, in that Sirach, you don't know when that time is going to come. It may be your time to be tried with tossed in the prison for 10 days.
Tossing some hot-ass oil.
Shit, who knows? Hell, you can just be having a normal-ass day walking up the street. Ain't no chaos came yet. And your time to be tried is right there and there. Point is, your ticket can be called in there. Your point is, you got to be doing this, laboring, man. Mm-hmm. So you can be pleasing the Lord at all times. So whenever it comes down to it, we found with favor unto Yahawashi Yahawashi.
Verse 6.
That was it on that?
Sirach 14:16. Give and take heed. Sanctify thy soul. For there is no seeking of dainties in the grave. All flesh waxeth old as a garment. For the covenant, for the covenant from the beginning is that thou shalt die the death. As a green leaf of a thick tree, some fall, some grow. So is the generation of flesh and blood. One cometh to the end, the other is born.
Right. So there you go. That's the commandment upon all. The flesh dies, man. But it says some leaves fall, some leaves stay, man. All right? It's that simple. You don't know when that time comes, man, if that time's going to come. Mm-hmm. The point is, we're hoping to be the elect. So whether we make we live on this earth as far as physical bodies, man, until that day, or whether we got a path before that, all right, we want to, as the elect's going to be doing the work all the way until then. No matter what, whether they die today or they make it all the way through, the elect's going to be doing the work, doing it through, man. Whether live or die, it's to Yahawashi Yahawashi. Not that YOLO spirit. They say YOLO. So because you only live once, all right, live it up. No, that's bullshit. No, if you only live once, this is your time to prove yourself to Yahawashi. Now, they wrong. That's not how it works. But this is your time to, if you only got one shot to prove yourself to the Lord, this is that time to do so. Not take on a YOLO spirit, man. That's madness.
Let me get this for you real quick.
Man, this is scripture. I can't think and word it right now. Paul said it.
This may be it,
so he can please the Lord either way.
Well, shit, maybe it. But you was talking about the niggas of YOLO, right? So this is what Paul said. This is 1 Corinthians 15:19. If this life only we have hope in Mashiach, we are of all men most miserable. So if this is the only life, and we have hope in Mashiach, shit, and we're most miserable. We're most miserable, man, if this our only lifetime. Hell no, it's something called reincarnation, man. Hey, we've been trying to get it right each life we came on this damn planet, man. Because like Sirach says, wisdom always returns to them that practice it. Ooh. Right? So, you got
it. The spirit getting the spirit code.
Go ahead.
Hey, this 2 Corinthians 5, I'm starting at 7. For we walk by faith, not by sight. We are confident, I say, and willing rather to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord. So of course, we want to be with Yahawashi Yahawashi. But like Paul said in other place, man, it's needful for us to be down here. For one, shit, we need to prove ourselves to the Lord. We want to make sure we're gathering up all those treasures, by doing this work. All right, building a body up, getting this. So hey, and here's the point. Wherefore we labor, that whether present or absent, we may be accepted of him. So that's why we labor for, man. So whether we remain here on this earth or we taken out, the Lord accepts us. There's about to be a lot of wicked niggas that just, a wicked nigga just died. They're gonna be born right back to get judgment when that time comes, man. Mm-hmm. So we labor now. So whether we make it to see all the calamities to come, all right, and survive them, or whether we got to pass now, we laboring that we can be accepted of Yahawashi Yahawashi no matter what. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he have done, whether it be good or bad. So everybody's going to appear before the Lord, man, one way or another. So this is why we must labor. You can't put it off. You don't know if you got that much time. The people just don't know. We have no idea the Lord's will, man, as far as how things are going to play out for each individual, man.
Exactly, man.
So we're considering that we can be taken away. Hey, we gotta be on point, man. We gotta be laboring. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. We are made manifest to the Most High, and I trust also are made manifest in your conscience. Your consciences, man. All right. So we know the Lord is a great, terrible power, man. So knowing that, and knowing that death is always around, knowing that for one, and also the end is coming around the corner, we gotta be laboring, man, so we can be accepted of the Lord. One way or another. If we go out in a fucking freak accident today, all right, or when it's time to for them to be talking about take the chip or get beheaded, we like, look, we're gonna do what's right so we can be accepted of the Lord. Or hell, even if we get the spiritual powers, hey, you gotta labor to get to that part anyway.
Yeah,
so it's all about labor. Whether you live, if we're them that's gonna, Lord willing, we are, man. We're them that's gonna be here and not taste death. We gotta be laboring. Or if we're set up to be martyrs, we gotta be laboring.
Nonetheless.
So whether we live or die, we gotta be living to die for Yahawashi.
Simply put, that's literally giving yourself wholly into this truth, man. Life or death, everything's into Yahawashi Yahawashi. Got another script out?
I'm gonna check the comment board. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna read this. GMS vehemence of the spirit. Proverbs 9:10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. All right, and we know. So there's another comment on that. Hey, but let me read this verse over. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding, man. All right, so knowing that the Lord is a great, terrible power, man, he brings judgment. That's who we must be serving at all times, man. Not taking that weird ass YOLO spirit, because everybody's going to appear before the Lord. All right? It's fucking silly, man.
Con.
What's that saying after 9? It says, hey, the wicked shall know it after death by pain. Now, let's end it with that, man.
Yeah.
End it with that second after 9.
That's it. Man. That's why we pray and hope we get it now. So we'll be in good standing with Yahawashi Yahawashi. We don't want to know it after death by pain. This is let me get second address 9 and
to answer the brother question, Arise Israel Issachar, he said, can a brother help me understand the number 7 and 10? Are they both in agreement in perfection or completion? Hey, look, just deal with the scriptures, man. You worry about numbers? Let's deal with the scriptures. 7 means completion. You know, what we understand, what we believe, 7 is completion. Now, that's in the scriptures. 7 means completion. And that's enough said. 10 and 7, all this. Look, 7 means completion. And that's needed for the scripture's sake. Everything else, just don't worry about it, man. Supposedly 10 means kingdom. I don't have a scripture on that, though. So that don't matter. That's not going to save you. Now, knowing 7 means completion is needed because that's in the scriptures. Knowing 8 means a surplus, you know,
right,
which is more than perfection, you know, that extra, like infinite, that's needed because that's in the scriptures. Anything else, man, just don't worry about it. Just stick to the scriptures. Things profitable for salvation. Don't get too caught up there. You know, brothers go into it and all that.
Symbolics and all that. Yeah.
Just keep it simple, man. You ain't got to try to go too deep. And that's not even a topic.
Second entrance 9 and 12. It says, matter of fact, I'm going to start at 11. Shit. Okay, I'm starting at 9. All right, the second entrance 9 and 9.
Something burning?
Yeah, it smells like. says, then shall they be in pitiful case, which have now abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. Which means you guys should have did good when you had the opportunity. For as such in their lives have received benefits and have not known me. And they that have loathed my laws while they have yet liberty, you should have did it when you had the time. All right. And when yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain.
God. So look, the Lord gave us the opportunity to do right, opportunity to have repentance, and we must earn that repentance by covering our sins, by laboring, converting sinners, winning souls, having charity. So we got the opportunity to do those things, we must do so. You know? You let us in, right?
Yeah, so with that, I like that. So with that, I'm going to say all praises. We going to say, Call Halalim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect wherever you may be. Bob,
Bob.